What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am Don7th, and today I got another video for you guys. But before we start today's video, please do me a solid right now. Subscribe to the channel and like this video because I'm about to go in on another one of Bizarre Bub's videos. Remember this one? The top 10 terrifying found footage tapes the FBI can't explain, part 2. Now, I recently made a video about part 1, and I wonder what you guys are thinking. Are you guys thinking the same? Go back and watch that video if you haven't already. Tell me what you think and leave a comment below because I want to hear back from you guys. I want to hear from you. Like, honestly, leave what you think in the comments below. It takes like 2 seconds. Just do it. And I'm very curious of what the public thinks about these videos, because a lot of the times it could be clickbaity, right? Because who knows if the FBI actually watched these videos and like was like, man, I can't explain this. You know, obviously I think they never saw these videos, because the last few videos that we've seen, they were pretty explainable. And I'm not part of the FBI, obviously. You know, let's not go there. You know what I'm saying? I'm questioning myself. Should I put on the mask? When I put on this mask, that means I'm about to go hammy on you, okay? Or on the video, not you guys. Bizarre Bub, you put together cool videos. I appreciate what you do. I'm just reacting to the videos you guys put out there, or are putting together on your channel. So I myself am gonna take the time to put the best proof I have, or I think, you know, there is for the paranormal. A lot of these videos though, they be lying. Yeah, I was gonna get my mask. Maybe on the next video. I'm only gonna wear the mask if I know that like they really playing with us. You know what I'm saying? Because as you can see, look behind me, guys. 7 planes, okay? Like, I'm really about the paranormal. I'm looking for the best evidence out there, okay? When I watch these paranormal videos, I want to react to like things where I have no explanation for. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoa. So let's hope that part 2 has some crazier videos. All right, let's just get into it.
Welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10. I'm your host, Taylor McWaters. Here are the top 10 terrifying found footage tapes the FBI can't explain, and neither can we. Kicking off the list at number 10, Doorbell on camera. We'll start with a recent doorbell cam recording, okay? Those are always terrifying. Every time I see one of these, first of all, I think of the Paranormal Activity franchise. I get so creeped out just looking at them. This video was submitted by Robert Parks. Now it shows the lawn, his front lawn, around 4 a.m. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a naked man appears. That's always fun. Yeah, he was trying to cover up his, you know, goods, or not goods rather. But given the fact that he was still, you know, naked, it was pretty horrifying after the fact. You can't hear it because we had to mute the audio, obviously. But he's yelling about snakes being all over him. Yeah, luckily police arrived and gave him
obviously, right?
But imagine somebody going through.
FBI can't explain this, okay? They can. So why name it that, right? Second, this is what I tell you guys. I think there's way more crazier people on Earth than there is like of a ghost, right? Lurking in your hallways, right? I'll be more worried about somebody breaking in my house and me having to do something to them. You know what I mean? Because they're like breaking and entering into my home, than like a damn ghost like waking me up in the middle of the, you know, middle of the night. I mean, I guess it can be pretty scary getting like woken up by some demon, but I don't think demons can hurt you. What is this, a gnome? That looks like a gnome.
Through a rough time, like, I feel bad, but you also have to stay safe at the same time. You can't have a naked dude running inside your home talking about snakes on a plane or whatever. Number 9, Bigfoot caught on tape. This video is said to have caught the Russian Bigfoot himself. Also, Russian Bigfoot, another Bigfoot. Are there many Bigfoots? We'll talk later. The exact location of where this video was taken is still unknown. In fact, there isn't a ton known about this video at all, hence why it's on our list today. But what we do know is that it was taken somewhere in Russia and that people believe it captures the real Bigfoot. It's a short clip that captures him, so I'm just gonna show you guys and then you can decide for yourselves. Comment down below. I don't know, I'm kind of on the fence personally. If Bigfoot was real, it's time we pay up. I mean, come on. This man's image has been used in the media for years.
Kinda looks like a gorilla.
How's he paying his bills? Also, is there one Bigfoot or multiple? Is there a Russian Bigfoot? Is there a Canadian Bigfoot? Is Chris the Canadian Bigfoot? I don't know. Maybe. He wears a lot of plaid, who knows? Number
I don't think the FBI is looking into Bigfoot.
8, Matt doesn't live here. Okay, this one I need your help on. There's a backstory that I need to figure out.
And they running through these quick.
Back in 2016,
9-minute video, okay.
in the middle of an August summer night, this man approaches, again topless, always a great sign, just naked dudes approaching homes all of a sudden, and he's slowly approaching and he's looking back at somebody off camera. He has a look like he's about to rob the place almost. He's doing this, he's kind of tiptoeing in and out. It's not looking good. But instead of knocking and running like we all did when we were 15 years old, he pretends to knock. He knocks the air and then pretends to ask somebody who's not there if Matt is home. I don't know if he did this so the other
Honestly, I want to hear from you guys. What would you do in a situation like this? Honestly, I think about this a lot. Okay? I recently moved and I fear for stuff like this to happen. Not because I'm scared, but because sometimes I can overreact, rather than just calling the cops or anything. Because I feel like sometimes, you don't get the help you need. But, I mean, I never called the cops personally. Something like this, I would handle myself. But is that smart? Do I open the door and try beating this person down? Or open the door, let him in without saying to come in? I don't know. Let me not sum myself up real quick. Scratch that. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm talking about, Grand Theft Auto, hypothetical situation, you know what I'm saying?
person could see. Maybe it was like a prank or a dare, or maybe it was an attempt to break in and we just didn't really connect all the dots, or he didn't follow through with the plan, or he chickened out. I don't know. Either way, I'm glad nothing really bad happened. So creepy, either way. Number 7, Milgram experiment footage. This video comes to us from the 1960s, and it's apparently from the experiment known as the Milgram experiment. Basically, the premise was that they got two groups of people, okay? One called the teachers and one called the learners, and they paired them up, one from each group. So far, so good? Awesome. The pair couldn't see each other, but the teacher would ask the learner a question. The teacher was then told to give them an electrical shock. Yeah, every question made the shocks get worse and worse until an eventual fatal shock would be administered.
It'll be 195 volts. The correct one.
Let me out of here.
Slow. Dance.
Get me out of here. My heart's bothering me.
Now, before the experiment, it was proposed that only 3% of the participants would go all the way and would actually give the fatal shock. But it turned out that under pressure, 65% of the teachers actually gave the lethal dose of electricity to their learner counterparts. Now, luckily the students were actually just actors, so nobody was truly getting hurt here, hence the experiment. But it is honestly very creepy to see on footage. We always heard about this, but seeing it happen, it does something in here that I don't really like. Number 6, TV head. Stepping away from the worst of the worst, or the weird, or whatever's going on in that last video, let's shine the spotlight on some, I guess, creative happenings, dare I say? Like, for example, the guy wearing a TV on his head. Apparently, that's a thing now. Awesome. In Toronto, we have a guy that walks backwards around the city. And then here in Virginia, they have a guy who wears a TV on their head. So back in
What?
2019, this man would appear all over in Virginia. He visited more than 50 residents in
I
his
think
time,
I've seen this before.
And he would show up with a TV as a head, And then if that wasn't already creepy enough, he would leave an old TV on your doorstep in the middle of the night and then just leave. That's so annoying to move. Also, it is pretty creepy. Many believe that
This is pretty interesting that it comes up now. Guys, this is something paranormal that I think is happening to me, and it's been happening to me for years, okay? And people who are usually around me on a daily basis, right? I point it out to them and they be like, yo, this is crazy, right? So, I mean, it could be little things like this, but I'm actually working on my painting, right? Came up with a bunch of ideas where the idea that I want to paint for my first video on my Seven Planes channel, right? And it has a TV in it. Strange. And by the way, that's something sneak peek of it. You know, I didn't want to give out information on the painting, but there's gonna be something with that involved. But anyways,
this man
look,
was
and there's a
inspired by
TV
the
behind
comic
him.
book series Saga. There's a
Interesting. I didn't even crazy.
race of TV alien heads. This could be a fan of, you know, Prince Robot the Fourth. Either way, this is annoying. You're walking on our property, you're leaving TVs. I wouldn't lift this up. Are you kidding? My brittle back? I couldn't lift a TV. I can't even lift a laptop now. Get out of here. Number 5, Salem Road.
Dang, he
This
just dissed
video
himself.
shows a couple guys driving in a truck down a road in what looks to be like a very rural area. It's not too bright or fun. Now they're just two guys being dudes hanging out, blasting some Coldplay, whatever you do with your dudes on the weekends. Now you know a little bit more about me. All of a sudden they come across a woman dressed in white walking down the middle of the road. So they turn down their Coldplay, probably,
This is
and they
creepy.
swear a bunch. Obviously they're in shock. Just a woman walking down in the middle of the road in what appears to be
If
the
this
middle
is
of nowhere,
real,
and then all of a sudden these men driving up behind her. It looks bad from both point of views, know what I mean? They stop the truck and one of them gets out to go check on her to see if she's okay, because she's walking kind of, you know, ghoulish. She's got like the ghoulish walk. Now the guy continues
Did he
freaking
just
out. He's
touch her?
telling them to get out of there, and the other guys don't believe him until they realize that seemingly out of nowhere this lady is now right in front of their truck. Awesome. We love phantoms. The video ends with this clip. I'm not sure who or what this lady was or what's going on here,
cool, but fake.
but that's all I gotta say. One of these. Number 4, overnight break-in. This next found footage comes from a doorbell camera, one of my favorites, and it shows the terrifying moment a stranger begins trying to break into a woman's home. This is my worst fear, if I'm being honest here. She starts off by backing up
Yeah.
and throwing her body into the window until it finally breaks.
These situations you do not want to be in. I swear. So I don't know if I don't know.
Now the
So
stranger
tricky,
wasn't
right?
in any immediate danger.
Like, what do you do? What do you honestly do? Pretend you're not home and then someone comes in and breaks your windows and gets in your home. Is that the best situation?
Or anything like that, but it does appear as though she may be a little bit confused about her whereabouts, which is obviously sad when you look at it. The woman whose home is obviously freaked out. More than fair. I mean, imagine this happening out of the blue, middle of Survivor finale. You're like, what's that sound? What is that? Yeah, that ought to be jarring.
See, but
Eventually,
what
a
if-
police officer showed up and spoke to
Okay.
the woman who claimed that her friend was in the house. Now, obviously, this was not the case, but this is why I believe she may have been a little confused as to where she was. In the end, it just so happens that alcohol had a little something to do with it, so everyone was okay.
You guys ever hear about the horror house where like some kid that lived in this horror house, okay, like snuck out the window and ran to someone's house and knocked on the door and told them, you know, some creepy story about their home and why they escaped. Go look it up. If you haven't seen it yet, go look up horror house and children or kid sneaks out the house or something like that. Supposedly like these parents were like demented, right? Disturbed, and they had all their kids like chained up and they're on their beds and stuff, and like it was like they were like hoarders, so like there was like garbage all over the place. It was insane. And some of these girls didn't even know how outside looked, or I think they did, but yeah, they were in the house 24/7. See, if something happened like that where some random person came knocking on my door and honestly made me feel like they were looking for help. See, it's tricky, man. What do you do? What do you do?
It was just a rough night. You know what I mean? Number 3, Chernobyl footage. Okay, this one comes to us from the later 1980s when there was a nuclear disaster in Chernobyl, obviously. I don't have to go into detail about this one. In April of 1986, there was an explosion and a fire taking place at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. This explosion happened when there was an issue and they were trying to begin an experiment which was set to actually make the reactor
Yeah, there's
more
a show called Chernobyl. I guess it was like a documentary type show where they explained everything that happened. Insane, man.
But in turn it didn't work out. Unfortunately, the way the reactor was designed placed too much responsibility in the hands of an operator. One thing led to another, and it was this huge, tragic disaster. The amount of radiation in the air caused alarms at the Forsmark nuclear power plant in Sweden. The footage I'm about to show you is just a small glimpse into what things looked like soon after this took place. I can't imagine how scary this must have been for everybody involved. Even watching it is disturbing, to be honest with you. Chernobyl today is still pretty much a ghost town, but there are people who live there. Some of them never even left in the first place. Number 2, doorbell liquor. And immediately back into the weird stuff. This was one of my favorites, I have to include it. This was short and sweet, not much explaining to do here. Just a dude going up on a doorbell. Back in 2019, a man was caught on surveillance approaching a home in a neighborhood in Salinas, California.
See this guy
He
here.
doesn't say much, he just showed
Yo, there's a lot of doorbell videos on this one. This guy here, I would have called that, because that can't be happening around my house. That's all I'm saying. If a guy's actually doing some creepy stuff like that, bro, I will literally open up the door, close it behind me, and literally chase him and give him the beats I ever, like, the... Let me stop.
Goes up and, well, like I said, starts licking the doorbell. Just goes to town on this button. Not the camera, the actual button, the actual doorbell itself. He rang the bell apparently hundreds of times. He did this for hours straight. Now, the homeowner said in a following interview after seeing the footage, "Oh boy, that is weird." Yeah, see me, I mean, I would laugh hysterically, and then after I'd be like, okay, we have to move. Number 1, overnight visitor.
Yeah, okay.
This video was taken from a surveillance camera that was placed inside of a couple's home. Yeah, inside, not outside, in. Having a camera inside of your home isn't too common, but sometimes you're lucky you have one. Like this example. These people had one because when it caught while they were sleeping is one of the creepiest things I've ever seen in my life. When the couple woke up one day, they were unable to find a purse that they knew was in the house before they went to go to sleep, right? They're like, it was pretty much just right there next to my chapstick.
Oh
I know where
man,
my
is somebody
chapstick is.
living in
So
their
they
house?
decided to check their handy security camera, and this is what they found. As it turns out, the couple fell asleep on the couch watching TV, and as they were sleeping there, a man crept in, and he was so quiet he didn't even wake them or their dog up. Yeah, he
Damn,
stood
a
at the top
ninja.
of their stairs watching them sleep for a few minutes, which just adds another layer of, I'm gonna shit my pants, and then that's it, Bob's your uncle. I wouldn't even keep this tape, I would throw it out. This is cursed in itself. I'm glad the robber only took the purse and didn't do anything else. How scary is that? Guys, those are the top 10 terrifying found footage tapes the FBI cannot explain. Part 2. If you want a part 3, I have to get a subscription to the dark web, it seems. But I'll do it for you. I'm your host, Taylor McWaters. See you next time on Most Amazing Top 10.
Good videos. Like, I gotta say, to me, like, I think I mentioned this in a video or two before. That's gotta be more scary than ghosts to me. Honestly, if I saw a ghost, I think I would ask him questions, ask him like, "Why are you here?" You know what I mean? Like, I know I would jump scare like in a moment, like, "Oh, there's a ghost right there," but I'll actually like try talking to it. You know what I'm saying? But a person, I ain't talking to that person. They in my house. They just walked into darkness. Let me just say that. Damn, should I even be saying this right now? What would you guys do? Let me know in the comments below, because there was a lot of doorbell videos in this. And why the FBI can't explain it, I don't know. These titles be crazy, man. I could explain every single one of those videos. If the FBI can't explain it, goddamn, like, let me work for the FBI. I do not work for the FBI. Just putting that out there, you know. Anyways, I'll see you tomorrow. Today is Sunday, so I'll probably be uploading this video tomorrow on a Monday. And I really want to play a game. I just don't know what. I've been like working on my room, as you can see. You know, I got, you know, the wall foam down lower because I don't want a lot of light reflecting off the walls when I film my videos in the future. And yeah. Anyways, guys, hope you have a good night. Hope you enjoyed today's video. I seen that a lot of you guys are liking the last few videos I've been posting. You know, I've been trying to stay as consistent as possible. If you're subscribed to my channel or thinking about subscribing, subscribe now, because I've been posting at least 3 videos a week, at least. And when you come to my channel, you will always have something to watch. Hopefully I can entertain you and, you know, watch some stuff with you guys. I am backed up on a few short horror films. I need to catch up on them. I just got wrapped in, you know, in these paranormal videos and going off on them and all that. But yeah, I want to enjoy some short horror films. Guys, have you seen that Predator movie? I just had to talk about this real quick. Have you seen the Predator movie, Prey, on Hulu? What do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments below. All I gotta say is, I myself cannot take down a predator. If that predator is coming from another planet with that tech, okay? Maybe because, I don't know, even the biggest guy who has technique can't take down that predator. Honestly. And I don't know if that was like a baby predator, because I think, I remember correctly, predators were giant, right? They were huge. In that Prometheus movie, the predator was huge, pretty huge. Was the predator even in Prometheus? I don't know. But Prometheus needs a part 3, part 4. Because that Prey movie wasn't it. That's all I gotta say. The Prey movie wasn't it. It was dope. The horror, like the gore scenes, the fight scenes were dope. But that's about it. That's my take on it, guys. Leave me comments below. Let me know what you guys think about that and also this video here. Anyway, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day. Good night. If you're driving, drive safe. Get home. Take a shower. Eat some snacks. Watch my videos. And I hope you enjoy it. All right? Peace.